So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class we are going to discuss about all the important days and themes for the year 2025. Okay, so let us begin. So let us begin with the first one, and the first topic is, when do we celebrate Pravasi Bharatiya Divas? So your options are 3rd January, 9th January, 7th January or 19th January. What is the right answer? If you know the answer, please tell me. I'll be very happy to know. And what is the reason why do we celebrate on this day? So basically, the right answer is 9th January. And 9th January 1915 is the date on which Gandhiji returned back from South Africa. Okay, that is why we do celebrate 9th January as Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, or in English we call it as NRI Day, Non-Resident Indian Day. Okay, so B is the right answer to this question. Okay, so what happened was, so Gandhiji was born in Gujarat in 1869. He went to South Africa in 1893, and he bag and baggage returned on 9th January 1915. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. Yes, and this year what was the theme? So the theme was contribution of overseas Indians to developed India. And this year the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas was celebrated in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. And who was the chief guest in the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas this year? So the name is Christine Carla Kangalu, and she is the president of Trinidad and Tobago, which is one of the island of West Indies. Okay, this is the same island, this is the same country from where you will find Brian Lara, very famous cricketer. Yes, so here it is somewhere, Trinidad and Tobago. Here is India. Next is National Youth Day is on which day? You have to answer me. If you know the answer, please answer me in the comments. I'll be very happy to know. So the right answer to this question actually is 12th January. So 12th January 1863, actually, Mr. Swami Vivekananda was born. And when he was born, at that time, his name was Narendranath Datta. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. His 1893 Chicago speech is actually quite famous. You should be knowing it. And 12th January is celebrated as National Youth Day in his memory. And what is the theme of National Youth Day 2025? This year, what was the theme? So the theme was Youth for a Sustainable Future, Shaping the Nation with Resilience and Responsibility. That is what you should be knowing. Okay. The next is, when do we celebrate Army Day? Your options are 1st February, 15 January, 29 January, 26 January. So Army Day is celebrated on which date? So the right answer is 15 January. B is the right answer to this question. So you can see here, Army Day is celebrated on 15 January every year in India in recognition of Lieutenant General K.M. Cariappa taking charge from the British officer. However, later on, K.M. Cariappa, after becoming Army Chief, he should be called as General. And after his retirement, he was given 5-star rank. So what we call it as Field Marshal later on. And this is a very famous question which is being asked, that who was the first Field Marshal of India? So first Field Marshal was Sam Manekshaw. So he was given during his service only in 1970s. So first Field Marshal, yeah, first 5-star rank officer. This is asked in the exam. So you should know the answer is Sam Manekshaw. These are prominently asked in the exam. Okay, so the right answer is B, 15 January. Next is, what was the theme of Army Day 2025? If you know the answer, I'll be very happy to know. Please write in the live chat. The right answer is Samarth Bharat Saksham Sena, Capable India Empowered Army. So 77th Army Day. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. The next is when do we celebrate National Voters Day and why? If you know the answer, please write in the live chat. So the right answer is 25th January. So one day before Republic Day, the first Republic Day, Election Commission of India was established. So B is the right answer. Okay, 25th January 1950, National Voters Day. Of course, it is a constitutional body under Article 324 of the Indian Constitution. The next is what was the theme of National Voters Day 2025? Theme of National Voters Day 2025. The right answer is nothing like voting, I vote for sure. So this was the theme last year also and even this year as well. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. Let's move on to the next one. Republic Day is on 26th January. Why this date was chosen to completely enforce the Constitution? Because Constitution already was prepared by 26 November 1949. Why did we wait for two months? So it was fully enforced on 26 January 1950. Because 30 years back, something happened. I would say 20 years back, 26 January 1930. What happened? So basically, actually, let me tell you. So December 1929, Indian National Congress session happens at Lahore. And it was decided that 26 January 1930 will be celebrated as Poon Swaraj Divas. Or Total Independence Day. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. The next one is World Wetland Day. Is on which date? 9th February, 3rd February, 11th February. So I would say it's not 3rd, it's actually 2nd February. 11th February or 19th February. What is the right answer? So basically the right answer is 2nd February. Because actually 2nd February 1971 is World Wetland Day. Actually 2nd February 1971 is Ramsar Convention was signed. Sorry. So Ramsar Convention. Let me write it. Ramsar Convention was signed. Second February 1971. Okay. And that is why it is actually called as, and that is why 2nd February is celebrated as World Wetland Day. So this is a convention to protect wetlands. Okay. That is what you should be knowing. And this year the theme was protecting wetlands for our common future. Okay. That's what you should know. Yes. So the two Ramsar sites includes Gokul Jalashay in Buxar district and Udaipur Jheel in West Champaran district. The next is International Mother Language Day is on 21st February, 27th February, 11th February, 19th February. What is the right answer? International Mother Language Day. So the right answer is 21st February, celebrated by UNESCO. So A is the right answer to this question. Okay. International Mother Language Day is a worldwide annual observance held between 21st February to promote awareness of linguistic and cultural diversity and to promote multilingualism. Okay. So it has some link with, the idea has some link with Bangladesh independence actually. So I'm sure you must be aware. So Bangladesh became independent from West Pakistan because of the one of the reason was language issue. Okay. So that is what you should be knowing about. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question says International Mother Language Day theme 2025 is what? What is the theme of International Mother Language Day 2025? So the answer is Silver Jubilee Celebration of International Mother Language Day. Okay, so it was actually established in the year 1999, almost. So that's why. The next is National Science Day. When do we celebrate? And why? If you know the answer, please tell me. So option B, 28th February. 28th February 1928. Dr. C.V. Raman discovered Raman effect, which is linked with the scattering of light. So there is a research, some research related with scattering of light called as Raman effect, discovered by Dr. C.V. Raman. Okay. That is what you should know. And 2 years later, in 1930, he was given Nobel Prize in Physics for that. So B is the right answer. Dr. C.V. Raman. Okay. Yes, theme is empowering Indian youth for global leadership in science and innovation for Viksit Bharat. Okay, just remember it. Yes. Let's move on. World Wildlife Day is on 3rd March, 9th March, 8th March, 21st March. So World Wildlife Day is on 3rd March. Okay. World Wildlife Day, 3rd March. Just remember it. And what was the theme this year? World Wildlife Day 2025 theme was Wildlife Conservation Finance, Investing in People and Planet. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. The next is International Women's Day is on 11th March, 9th March, 8th March, 21st March. It's actually on 8th March. So C is the right answer to this question. 8th March is International Women's Day. Gender equality, reproductive rights, violence and abuse against women. The next is, what was the theme of International Women's Day 2025? So theme this year was For All Women and Girls, Rights, Equality and Empowerment. Okay? So please remember that. The next is International Day of Women Judges. When do we celebrate? 11th March, 10th March, 17th March, 31st March. So the right answer is option B. 10th March is the right answer. Okay. So 8th March is International Women's Day and 10th March is International Day of Women Judges. B is the right answer to this question. The next is International Day of Women Judges theme for 2025 is what? The right answer is AI in the courtroom, women judges pioneering technology for justice. This was the theme this year. So 10th March is International Day of Women Judges and this is the theme. AI in the courtroom, women judges pioneering technology for justice. That is what you should be knowing. The next is International Day of Happiness. When do we celebrate? 20th March, 19th March, 17th March, 31st March. So the right answer is option A, 20th March. And on this day, World Happiness Index is also released. Please tell me what is India's rank this year. Because we have already taken a class. Go to the live section of our YouTube channel. First, subscribe to the channel. Go to the live section. Scroll down. You will find a video about, there's a green color thumbnail which says important indexes. All important indexes of 2025. There we have discussed World Press Freedom Index, World Happiness Index, and other index. Okay? So A is the right answer. International Day of Happiness, 20th March. The next is International Day of Happiness theme 2025 is what? So the theme this year is caring and sharing. So 20th March was International Women's Day, and the theme is caring and sharing. That is what you should be doing. And India has got, yes, 118th rank in World Happiness Index. The next is World Water Day is on which date? 23rd March, 24th March, 29th March, 22nd March. The right answer is option D. 22nd March is the right answer to this question. Okay. And the next is, what is the theme? World Water Day theme 2025. So the theme is glacier preservation. So World Water Day 22nd March. The theme is glacier preservation. That is what you should be knowing about. The next is World TB Day. TB means tuberculosis. World TB Day is on 24th March. B is the right answer to this question. The next is World TB Day theme 2025 is, yes, we can end TB, commit, invest, and deliver. Okay, please remember it. TB is important because India is one of the largest, biggest victim of tuberculosis disease. That's why we are highlighting this. B is the right answer. The next is World Health Day is on 11th April, 1st April, 7th April, 9th April. 7th April 1948. What happened? WHO was established. World Health Organization. 7th April 1948. That is why 7th April is celebrated or observed as World Health Day. Okay. Where is the headquarters of WHO? Geneva, Switzerland. And Director General is Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. Okay. So these are the things you should know, and he is actually from Ethiopia. The next is World Health Day theme. What was the theme this year, 2025? Theme was Healthy Beginnings, Hopeful Future. C is the right answer to this question. The next is World Earth Day is on which date? 22nd March, 22nd April, 29th April, 21st April. If you know the answer, please answer me in the live chat. The right answer is option B, 22nd April. B is the right answer to this question. World Earth Day is on 22nd April. Please remember it. And what is the theme this year? If you know the answer, please answer me. World Earth Day. Theme was Our Power, Our Planet. This was the theme this year. Celebrated on 22nd April, Earth Day. Okay. The next is National Panchayati Raj Day. So I'm sure you must be aware, 73rd Amendment is related with that. So this came into force on this date. And 74th Amendment is related with urban local bodies. So the right answer is 24th April. A is the right answer. 21st April is Civil Services Day. Civil Services Day. And here is 24th April. A is the right answer. National Panchayati Raj Day, 24th April. 73rd Amendment Act 1992. The right answer is A is the right answer to this question. The next is National Panchayati Raj Day theme is what? National Panchayati Raj 2025 theme is water sufficient villages. Please remember it, है ना? ठीक है. So 73rd amendment, which is a constitutional amendment that was done, that was implemented on 24th April. That's why we celebrate 24th April as National Panchayati Raj Day. Next is International Labour Day. Is on which date? 1st May, 3rd May, 29th April, 7th May. Labour Day. So the right answer is option B, 3rd May. Sorry, 1st May is celebrated as International Mother Language Day. A is the right answer to this question. Okay. Labor Day is quite famous. So this year there was no theme, so just remember it. International Labour's Day is 1st May. And the next important one is World Press Freedom Day. Very, very important. When do we celebrate? 1st May, 3rd May, 29th April, 7th May. What is the right answer? World Press Freedom Day is on 3rd May. When we celebrate World Press Freedom Index. On 3rd May, World Press Freedom Index is released by RSF, Reporters Sans Frontier. Reporters Sans Frontier, which is a French-based organization. Sans is also called as without, and frontier matlab border. So Reporters Sans Frontier, also known as Reporters Without Borders, French-based NGO, that comes up with World Press Freedom Index. And please answer me in the comment section. World Press Freedom Index, what is India's rank? 2025. Please tell me in the comment section. Okay, so B is the right answer. World Press Freedom Day 2025 theme. What is the theme? The theme is Reporting in the Brave New World, the impact of artificial intelligence on press freedom and media. The next is National Technology Day. 19th May, 10th May, 7th May, 11th May. National Technology Day is on 11th May, because 11th May 1998. D is the right answer to this question. 11th May 1998, Pokhran 2 happened, the second nuclear test that was done by India in Rajasthan, Operation Shakti, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was the Prime Minister of India. Okay, that is what you should know. That's why 11th May is celebrated as National Technology Day. Here is Pokhran in Rajasthan. Pokhran 2. And Pokhran 1, 2 both happened. Actually, Pokhran 1 happened in 74. That's called as Operation Smiling Buddha during Indira Gandhi ji time. Pokhran 2 is 1998. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was the Prime Minister. Operation Shakti. Pokhran 2 is called as Operation Shakti. Next is National Technology Day theme. National Technology 2025 theme. Yantra, Yugantar for advancing new technology research and acceleration. That is what you should be knowing. The next is International Day of Biodiversity. When do we celebrate? So the answer is 22nd May. B is the right answer to this question. And what is the theme this year? Theme this year is Harmony with Nature and Sustainable Development. That is what you should be knowing. Next is World Environment Day. Very, very, very important star market. When do we celebrate World Environment Day? So the answer is 5th June, because 5th June 1972 Stockholm Conference happened. ठीक है, one of the earliest environment summits में से समझ लो. What was the theme this year? वर्ल्ड एनवायरमेंट डे 2025 बीट प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन. ठीक है, थीम ऑफ वर्ल्ड एनवायरमेंट डे इज बीट प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन. And 5th June is World Environment Day, very, very important. Next is International Yoga Day. When do we celebrate? 21st June, 29th June, 22nd June, 18th June. The right answer is 21st June. It is the longest day in Northern Hemisphere. A is the right answer. What is the theme this year? International Yoga Day. Yoga for one earth, one health. That is what you should be knowing. Next is World Population Day. When do we celebrate? July. ठीक है, 11 जुलाई 1987 को 5 बिलियन पॉपुलेशन हो गई थी वर्ल्ड की, इसीलिए. नाउ करेंटली वी आर हैविंग मोर देन 8 बिलियन पॉपुलेशन, है ना. सो बी इज द राइट आंसर. सो वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन डे 2025 थीम, व्हाट इज द थीम? Empowering young people to create families they want in a fair, hopeful world. And hopeful world. So B is the right answer to this question. Next is Kargil Vijay Divas. When do we celebrate? So Kargil Vijay Divas, 26 July 1999 को Kargil war happened between India and Pakistan and we won it on 26 July. ठीक है, so Kargil Vijay Divas. Okay, इसके पहले बार हो गया है ना. Let's move on. International Tigers Day. So International Tigers Day is on 29th July. C is the right answer. Okay. And this is the theme, securing the future of tigers with indigenous people and local communities at the heart. The next is National Sports Day, celebrated as a birthday of Major Dhyan Chand. Major Dhyan Chand birthday. ठीक है, 29th August. B is the right answer to this question. है ना, Major Dhyan Chand's legacy. So B is the right answer. That is what you should be knowing about. The next is Teachers Day is on and is celebrated in the memory of what? So Teachers Day is on which date? 5th September. It is in the memory of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. And who was Dr. S. Radhakrishnan? First VP, first Vice President of India. And the current Vice President is Dr. C.P. Radhakrishnan. Okay, so no need to get confused. He is the current Vice President of India. He was recently elected as the Vice President. So you have to be very careful. The next is Hindi Day is on. When do we celebrate National Hindi Day? We are talking about India level. 14 September 1949. What happened? So a compromise was reached there because there was a demand to make Hindi a national language. So finally, we reached to the conclusion that Hindi should be declared as, I would say, official language under Article 343. Next is World Ozone Day. When do we celebrate? So actually what happened was 16 September 1987. Montreal Protocol was signed. Montreal is a place in Canada. To protect the ozone layer or to phase out ODS, ozone depleting substance, like chlorofluorocarbon and hydrochlorofluorocarbon. So that is what you should be knowing. D is the right answer to this question. Yes, so well you will find ozone layer. So it is in the second layer here, stratosphere. Mein, you will find ozone layer. Next is theme of World Ozone Day 2025. Theme of World Ozone Day 2025. From science to global action. So this was the theme this year. Next is Air Force Day is on 8th October 1932. Royal British Indian Air Force was established. Okay? After independence, Royal British had gaya. Now we are having Indian Air Force. Okay? So at that time, it was called as Royal British Indian Air Force. Now, after independence, it is called as Indian Air Force because now we have become independent. So B is the right answer. Take care. So this year theme was Operation Sindoor. Next is UN Day. When do we celebrate? 24th October 1945. United Nations was established. So we have completed 80 years. Okay. That is what you should be knowing. Is the right answer. If you are interested to know all the 6 principal organ of UN, you can watch this class. We have discussed here. This is our channel for those who are preparing for law exams. Yes, so this is the theme, Act Now for a Peaceful World, and he is the Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, and he is a former Prime Minister of Portugal. Okay. Next is National Unity Day. Is the birthday of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He was born on 31st October 1875. So we have completed 150 years of Sardar Patel's birthday. Okay, so D is the right answer, and you should know it. He was the first Deputy Prime Minister of India and first Home Minister of India. He was instrumental in uniting the country. That is why we celebrate 31st October as Ekta Divas or National Unity Day. Next is World Legal Services Day. When do we celebrate? 9th November, hai na? Because 9th November 1987, Legal Services Act was passed. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. Legal Services Authorities Act 1987. Next is National Education Day. When do we celebrate? 11th November. So B is the right answer to this question. 11th November 1888. It's the birthday of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, the first Education Minister of India. Next, this was the theme, AI in Education, Preserving Human Agency in a World of Automation. That is what you should know. Next is Constitution Day. 26 November 1949 is the date mentioned in the preamble. And that's why 26 November was celebrated as Law Day. And for the past 3-4 years, its name has been changed to Constitution Day. ठीक है, पहले Law Day कहलाता था, उसको Constitution Day कहते हैं, बाद एक ही है 26 November. ठीक है. Next is Indian Navy Day. Is on which day? Indian Navy Day. 4th December. So B is the right answer to this question. 4th December is the right answer to this question. Next is Human Rights Day. So basically UDHR. अच्छा, इससे पहले वाला थोड़ा सा डिस्कस कर लेते. 4th November is Navy Day because on this day 1971 Operation Trident, Indian Navy did Operation Trident and destroyed 4 Pakistani vessels. Okay, that is what you should be knowing. The next one is Human Rights Day. So basically 10th December 1948 UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, was signed. Universal Declaration of Human Rights was signed. A is the right answer. 10 December 1948. And this year the theme was Everyday Essentials or Rights and Responsibilities in History. So this was the theme this year. And who was the chairperson? Who is the chairperson of National Human Rights Commission, which is set up to enforce UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. National Human Rights Commission was set up in India in 92-93, around that year. And we are having currently Justice V. Ramasubramaniam as the National Human Rights Commission chairperson. Okay, former Supreme Court judge. So we are stopping this class here, and we have discussed in detail about important days and themes. So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to the channel.